Sorry for a little bit of lateness there. I was getting my phone set up so that I can see what you guys are saying. Oh, and let me hop off of that. Okay, very cool. So yesterday we pretty much, I feel like polished it out pretty well. I think people would have fun with this at this point. It's still just swinging around. You don't necessarily have an objective. I don't necessarily know what I want to do today. So I think maybe a good place to start would be fleshing out the to-do list, taking a look at it. I'm sure we'll find bugs as we play. So we'll play in debug mode so that we can hopefully find those. Oh, my bad. Started it up. But yeah, and let me turn this into a rift real quick. I forgot to do that. A little late. Me and my friends were arguing about self-driving cars. So I'm a little... This is current task. I guess I don't know what I'm doing yet. So let's say like add scene loader. That's probably something we'll do today. Cool. Okay. So let's get rid of this. And let's go into the to-do. And let's see here. You can bounce off the wall, throw off wall versus let go normal, confused. Okay, so I think I got rid of this. Can bounce off wall when sliding. That might still be happening. Silk still looks bad. Switch to cylinder. Yeah. Switch silk to cylinder. Cool. I think we got rid of this. I don't know why my values were wrong, but this seems to be good now. So let's get rid of that. And then some configurable joint slip through. That never worked because all cars need to be self-driving. You know what? Honestly, I didn't think about it that way, Mateo. I think that's... Yeah, your friend was right when he said that. No, I was telling Aaron that there's going to be a food subscription service, and it will be fueled by self-driving cars that bring you the food, and he said it won't happen, so we made a bet on it for 2026. We'll see who wins. Coins that increase your ability, global leaderboard, switch silk to cylinder. Get the plug and level load, make sure it's performing on quest, polish up the gameplay. Yeah, so that's really... Was there any... I don't know why I feel like there's something to do when there's not. But anyway, I'm glad you're here, Mateo. Yesterday was pretty crazy. We had a lot of people coming through. Now that I'm a TikTok sensation. Alright, let's see. Okay, this turned back into a quest for some reason. Just classic Oculus giving me a hard time. I'm excited to get this game submitted before they've even reviewed my first game. And then there will be 2 games in the pipeline. None of which anybody can play. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me turn this into a Rift again. Don't know why it disconnected. Okay, now it's just saying that it's not connected in general. Let's see here. I don't know. Yeah, well, it drove a decent amount of people to the YouTube channel. I got like 20 subscribers from it, and now... And I think some of those people came by. So that was cool. I mean, it was only like 5 people at max. But a lot of them were talking and stuff, so that was fun. And hopefully they'll stop by today as well. Okay, very cool. And in fact, I don't know if it just updated to show that Mateo's in here, but it looks like someone might have just joined. Mateo's in here, I'm in here, so feel free to introduce yourself. Oh. Yeah, baby. And I don't know if you saw, Mateo, but I changed the skybox and I got this transparency thing going. It's actually not terrible. Like, it feels a lot less overbearing. Let's say that. Okay, wait a second here. Yeah, no, it was cool for sure. So we'll see if I can keep putting out good videos for the TikTok. Check this out. Super jump, but catch myself. Damn it. Woo. Wait a second. randomly I'll bounce off the wall, and I just don't know why. If you're seeing, I'm like falling against the wall. I don't know what I'm hitting, to be honest. I have no clue. I did realize. Can you infinitely run faster like before? I don't think so. Let me see. No, you can't. Because your player has some drag on them, and I'm adding force, so eventually that force isn't enough to overcome the drag. You can, however, just keep jumping, and you'll get faster and faster. Actually, you know what? Even that probably has a limit due to the drag. Oh, yeah, baby! This game is so good. People are gonna freaking love this game, dude. I'm so excited. Okay, cool. But let's do a few things here. I'm thinking, okay, so there's one more thing that I forgot. There's an audio effect. There is an audio effect. For when you're releasing the silk. Like you can like hold it, and then if you release your grip a little bit, you'll slide along it, and that just basically lets you let yourself down. It's really hard to do, actually. It's like incredibly hard to press the grip button and only unpress it a little bit. So let's see, we'll call it like, lengthen silk effect. Okay, and then we need to make this one right. Okay, and then we'll need to make a script. Audio Foley, and we'll call it lengthen silk sound effect. And that will just handle calling the effect there. And then we'll want to go in there, and I guess pretty much just do the same thing we do for all the other sound effects, where we basically have all this. And we'll probably grab this too. Okay, cool. And instead of climb, we'll have silk swing. We'll rename this silk swing. And then for this, we'll instead do I don't know, actually. I don't know what we'll do there yet. Let's go into silk swing. And is it in... Do I not have any sort of set silk length? Yeah, I'm starting to get nervous, Mateo, that maybe it won't... I ran all the tests necessary to ensure that it would be performant on the Quest and Quest 2, but for some reason I just, in my head, am not believing that it's going to be performant. I'm like, there's no freaking way it's going to be performant. It doesn't make any sense to have the whole city in there. But I ran it with the whole city in, and it did fine, so... I think I might have changed one of these settings. I think I changed this from sweep and prune to automatic box pruning, so if there is a problem, the first thing I'll do is change that back, but... I got this back brace, Mateo. Like, all it serves to do is hurt me. And all they're saying is, like, it's a reminder to not bend over, and I'm like, all right, well, it's a pretty expensive reminder. I could have just strapped a note to my forehead or something. Like, it literally, like, this part is literally where my spine is broken. It's just pushing into my back. So the city is transparent if it's far away, but the headset still already has the whole thing loaded. Yeah, so it's going to preload. It's going to preload the whole thing because memory stuff, like loading stuff from memory is just like notoriously slow, and I've always had problems with it in Unity. So it'll probably be like a 45-second loading screen initially, and then it's not even a brace, it just makes sure that I can't bend, so I just have to bend like this, essentially, and kind of turn like this. But yeah, it's not awesome, it hurts me. Just testing what the latency is. Okay, only like 3 seconds. Cool, so let's take a look at this. Set silk length is where it gets bigger. Where is this called? It's called in grip button handler. Okay, so let's see. And welcome to whoever just joined. I'm currently trying to add an audio effect to when you have silk and you release the grip button a little bit, you can actually slide out as if you're doing that scene where he like flips upside down and slides down. I need to, what was I gonna say? I need to add a sound effect for that. So I'm trying to figure out how to best do that. Could you just have tied your neck to the back of your ankles to just like, oh, ow, my bad. I'm just tying my neck to like every part of my body so that I can't move and it's like waddling around. The only problem was I could scrunch up. Okay, basically my question is, the audio effect needs to start. Yeah. The audio effect needs to start. Preferably, like, the amount of silk that you're letting out would be the volume of the sound effect. The sound effect needs to start when you start letting it out and end when you stop. My question is, I suppose, you know what, honestly, I might be able to handle that all in the effect. So we can just say like, on silk length set question mark dot invoke. So just let anybody who cares know that and we'll tell it what you're that's not the best, certainly. Because this is kind of an arbitrary value I'm going to pass, but I think there's only one person who cares about it. So, public action, it's going to take in a float, which is that number we were passing, on silk length set. Cool. Okay, awesome. The reason I'm doing 1 minus x is so that this number increases as you're letting more silk out. So that should be good. Silk. What are the other ones? Length and silk. Okay, and then let's have a, I guess let's have a flag. Okay, so if it's not playing, go ahead and start it. Don't set the pitch, but set the volume to X. If it's not playing, go ahead and start it. If it is playing, source.volume equals X. And then I suppose we'll have a void update. And then here we'll say okay, let me think. We're basically trying to say, like, if this wasn't called, maybe this will work. Okay, so every time that it's called, playing is set to true. So then in here we'll say, if not playing, let's call this should play. Stop it. And then we'll always set should play equals false. And my thought is that basically, if we're letting the silk out, when we start, it won't be playing. So it'll set it up and it'll play it. Then every frame after that, it'll keep setting the volume. And this is called the late update, so it should call after this thing. And should play will always be set to true, will always be true if, like, this will call first, and if it was playing, it'll set it to true. This is always trying to set it to false. So if it gets through a cycle and it's still false, it means that this was never played. So it'll say should, yeah, okay, that should work. I'm happy with that. Unless I'm getting my timing wrong on these, but this should call an update and this is calling a late update. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, so let's get out of here. Look at all these sound effects I have. This is so stupid. Okay, we'll remove that. We'll come over to scriptable objects and we'll create our new one. We'll call it lengthen silk audio effect. Okay, we'll give it 1. And I think it's like, okay. And then we'll give it a spatial blend of maybe like 0.8. We'll do spatialize, we'll turn loop on. I guess we'll set the volume to 1 for now, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, cool. And then so these, we'll take that in. Okay. Cool. And that should be good. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, Mateo, you can... Why does it feel like it's not running at frame rate? No, it is. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if you saw this, Mateo, you can like... put them together and stuff now. And climb along them. Okay, there's something wrong with that. I don't know why. Let me check that out. They go away when you've shot 15 of them. Yeah, let me show you, because it's pretty epic. This is like, it's so useless, but so so cool at the same time. So let's say we want to just kind of... I missed. Well, it would take me forever to climb up this, but you get the point. You cannot currently, like, stand on them. But yeah, you can... Oh, it would be very... It's easy to fall off of them, but yeah, the point is you can do it. Yeah, it's so sweet. It doesn't like... It's so random, but I have so much fun with it. It's so cool. I do think people are... I think it's a little too good, and people are going to rag on me for not having an objective. But you know how it be. But I got the sound. The sound was working perfectly. I feel like that was a little too easy. Oh, you know what it was? I think there was... Nah, it feels good. Then one day roll out an update with a mission starting point. Oh my god, that'd be so funny because it's such a big city and you can't really see like any of it. Be like, there's missions, guys. You just have to look for them. No, the internet would go through all my videos looking for the mission. Yeah, so I wrote to another VR developer who's doing YouTube stuff. I'm gonna see if he wants to like team up. And now that my idea is kind of validated through TikTok, and he hasn't responded to me yet, but hopefully I can get him to like do if I can create a multiplayer package, then I can start doing multiplayer stuff in my games. So if I could get him to do that, then we could add multiplayer to this and just make it like tag or something. Okay, cool. I now need to figure out why I can't throw myself above the building. I see. Because I need to set the velocity first. And then building climb force is just too weak. I'm waking up and trying to find my precious heart. And so today, holding it all. Guess let's just make it 800 as well. Let's get in there. Come on. I can't get up. Let me out, please. Yeah. There we go. That's funny. Okay, so we just need to change this to like, well, let me take a look at it. The hexoids. Change this to like 2000, see what happens. Alright, am I crazy? What the hell is happening right now? Oh my god. Come on, Dom. Order of operations. I'm just a big idiot. I knew it. I know it. And this whole -6 thing is dumb anyway. I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. FU game. I'm a little spider. I'm a little spider. Okay, cool. Super 360 spin off the building. Ah! Huh. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the problem with the Silkworm. I keep, like... Yeah. So I couldn't, like... When my hand was on top of the building, I have a slightly different branch in the script. And I couldn't, like, throw myself up. So I was changing this building climb force. I needed to figure that out. But there was an order of operations problem in this math. I had this -6 because I wanted them to have to move their hand at less speed. Their empirical hand speed is like how fast you can move your hand. And so I wanted to divide it by a lesser value. And this is the speed at which they're moving their hand. So like the way it should work is like if you at max can move your hand at 8 meters a second, then you take whatever you actually did divided by 8 meters a second, and that should give you the like hardness of the throw. But I was like, okay, well then they're not going to be able to do this that hard, so I'm just going to -6 from that. That way, it there's more force to it, but it was an order of operations problem, so I was doing this first part first, getting a really small number, then minusing 6, getting 0, and then it was multiplying this by 0, so it wasn't adding any force. That's why it was like I couldn't get any force on it. So I fixed that. We can get rid of this. Get rid of that. Oh, not get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cool. And everything's feeling pretty good then. And so... Make sure it's performing on quest, get the plugin level load. Let's go ahead and see if it's performing on quest still. The problem is, you know, it honestly probably isn't even the city, it's this rock wall shader. Like it's a little too much. It's using... Probably just get rid of all that and all that. But it's doing some pretty weird stuff. Really just this triplanar. Everything else is pretty simple. So we'll see. But let's go ahead and deploy it, I suppose, and see what happens. We'll make it a release build. We'll refresh this. We'll click that. We'll go into our settings real quick. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll do... Huh. Okay, but that should be good. And we'll build this. Yes, you can have early access to this Mateo if... Actually, it would be nice if you took a look at it. Wait, no, cancel it. Yeah, Mateo, actually, what it would be nice is if I walked you through a process where you were able to get OVR metrics on your headset, which will basically tell you if it's running at frame rate and stuff like that. And then when you test, because I don't have, what was I going to say? Because I don't have a Quest 1, so I can't test the performance on Quest 1. I didn't really think about that, honestly. I should probably go buy a Quest 1 so that I can do that. However, Silkworm. Um, Come on. But yeah, so it'd be cool if I could get you set up with that so that I could send it to you and you just tell me if it runs or if it doesn't. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So this will take a minute, probably like 5 minutes, honestly. But yeah, so honestly, maybe we could talk about this while this is building. So what you need to do, Mateo, is turn on developer mode, Oculus Quest. You need to look this up. You need to turn on the developer mode. It's just going to be in your Oculus app. There'll be settings, developer mode. You'll turn it on. And then you basically need to go to this, download it, and then you'll want to connect the headset to your computer. So those are pretty simple. Turn on developer mode and download this. And then you'll want to, I guess, go on your computer, go into your command prompt and type ADB and make sure you have it. And then plug your Quest into your computer and type ADB devices just to make sure that it's, oh shit, that actually is probably going to ruin the building of my game. But anyway, it should say you have some device there, and then you can just do, I think, ADB install. Like, I think once you download this, it'll come in that zip folder. And let's see. Just taking a minute. And then I think you'll basically want to come into this folder here in command prompt. I think you can just come into this folder. So you'll do that with just writing like CD, I don't know. What folders do we have? Geez, okay. CD downloads, then CD OVR metrics, where was it? I think another one, CD OVR metrics. And then there's that, and then you can just do ADB install OVR metrics, and that should install it on your headset. And then you open it up like it's, and so that's the only difficult part there, but the only thing you need to know is that CD will take you into a folder and dir will tell you what folder you're in when you're in command prompt. So like if you write dir, it'll tell you everything in that folder. And if you write CD, let's say native, it'll take you into native, and then you dir, and that's what's in native, and you can do CD ... to back out of the folder, and so it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully you were around while I was just explaining that. I don't know if you were, but cool. Yeah, I got like 53 subscribers now, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. No worries. We can go over it later. But yeah, it's actually kind of interesting because then you'll have it running while you run other apps on your headset, and you'll be able to see like how much of the CPU it's taking up, how much of the GPU it's taking up, how, like what is it running at frame rate, is it dropping frames? So, okay, and this is almost done, and it is almost it's pretty much what I said. Probably 5 minutes. Okay, cool. So it failed, and I think it failed pretty much because of what I had anticipated, where I ran ADB during it, so that was dumb of me. So let's let that do again. And this one will be a lot faster, probably like a minute. So how did Mr. Beast end up paying you, Mateo? Did you just like send it to your bank account? Yeah. Too bad there's nobody here to know that you were one of the Mr. Beast challenge winners. It's so crazy how much money that man just sends out to people. Okay, cool. Let's take this out. Put it on. Ooh, I forgot it's higher resolution in here. Oh, sorry, I forgot you guys can't see this. Oh. But I'm pretty much just swinging around. Huh. What is it hitting? Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, I forgot. I wasn't playing on the screen. So it does run smoothly. However, the GPU level is at 3. It can go up to 4, but I do worry that on Quest it will be 4. But that's fine. I was mainly worried about CPU level. GPU, we can run hot. There is some visual bugs and also some physics difference, maybe? Physics differences? Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't have the whole city in here either. So it's not that great of a test for the CPU. I guess that was mainly just a GPU test. I'm just hesitant to do the whole city. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can fix these problems before we move on. God, I gotta take this thing off. This is horrible. That's a horrible thing in general. It's terrible. Okay. Let me think. Well, I guess I'd like to get that build to you, Mateo. I guess I'd like to get that build to you to see if you notice any frame drops. But I guess we can do that after. I do think there's some other stuff that I should probably check on. First of all, rock wall. It's not two-sided, so I don't know why it's having trouble. Let me take a look at this. Basically, if at the intersection of this floor, basically at the intersection of the floor and the buildings, it would jump around a little bit. And yeah, Aaron, I have batteries if you want to come in and grab them. And I don't really know why that would be happening. Like there's static. These are static. Yeah, if they're both static, I don't really know why they'd be moving. Let me think. Were there any other problems? Okay, I apologize. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long, but I'll be back. cool. Back to it. So, what we're doing, we're trying to figure out. Basically, in my mind, I was trying to sort out why I would be having these sea fighting problems. The reality is, I have no idea, and it's not. Oh, are all these things like? They are 1,000 off. I do wonder if I took everything. And just moved it. That doesn't need to move. These don't need to move. But this all does. Which way is right? Okay, it's that way. I'm just wondering if it's like, where is this thing? Basically, I'm wondering if it's too far away from the origin and it's having some sort of like world instability problems. I've just never seen this error, this problem that we're having before. Seems a little strange. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is the higher precision one. Okay, anyway. I can worry about that later, I suppose. For right now, I guess I'm curious. For right now, I'm curious if the whole city will work. It literally takes a computer. So ridiculous. Okay, cool. Delete all that stuff. There we go. Look how freaking big this city is. This is so ridiculous. It's so unnecessary. Okay. And then get all these, get rid of this. Remove that one. Save it, CityGen, split it. It's gonna take a minute. Go find them, have fun. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to bring all of these into testing. Okay. And I'm gonna do CityGen, clear. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna do CityGen, split city. That would be so, dude, I think the coins will be pretty fun, honestly. Okay, so those are all split. We'll take all of these. And we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. So that they're just containers for the rest of the city. And then I don't actually know why I have water tiles, but I think I can just basically remove those. Copy this one. Remove this. Take this. Call it huge tile. Take this. Just plug it in there so I can see it. Make the camera way faster so that I can move around the city. Oh my god. Okay. We need to go even faster than we've ever gone before. Okay, and that should be the whole city. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, Mateo, since I have time, is probably create like a coin generator. A coin generator, and it'll basically just make like 300 coins and put them all around the city. And when you get the coins, you level up and your powers get better, so you can like jump further, throw yourself harder. I don't know if there's anything else actually besides those two things. Oh, maybe like swing speed increases. But I don't have a swing speed right now. Dang it, I didn't even think about that. There's really not a lot that you would even increase. I mean, but then I was gonna do like a global leaderboard of who has the most coins. That way, of who has the most coins, basically, just to add a social element to it. Like they even have this stadium over here. Oh, okay. I was wondering about this. Um, Come on. Don't give me crap. Even that's probably too light. That's closer, but maybe still a little too light. Also, I have my... There we go, that's better. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And then let's take these and let's hook it back up to what it was. Yeah, especially when you're like swinging around these areas. It's so hard to find anything. Literally, it takes like 12 seconds just to get in play mode. Okay, cool. And then so now we'll build this. We'll see what that gets us. Hopefully, it all goes well. Because even the GPU thing, even even if it is running the GPU a little hot, we can actually just decrease the resolution of the headset. And that will basically solve all our problems on that one. Or at least it's most likely to. Let's say that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can increase your running speed, your jumping, your throwing strength, um, your throwing strength. Your throwing strength, your walking speed. Oh, like change your web color. I guess I could increase the amount of webs you can make too, couldn't I? Run speed, throw strength. Maybe it starts at one web, but you instantly walk into a coin which unlocks two webs. Dang, Mateo, you should be a game developer. These are such good ideas, because that would just it teaches you so quickly. It'll condition you to want coins. You'll be like, oh my god, I need to get coins. The only problem with that is that I would need some special code. I would need special code that only allows you to. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I don't think I need the special code. No, I actually don't think I need the special code. I think it will handle itself. It'll basically just be you'll shoot one, and if you shoot another, it'll remove that one instantly. But it should be fine. Did it finish? All right, let's check it out. I'm very, very wary of this, but I'm pretty sure I've tested this already, so. Or if I didn't test this, I must be the world's biggest idiot. It's going to take like 45 seconds to load this thing in there. So I'm just kind of chilling in here waiting for it to load. The amount of memory I'm using is just shooting up. Maybe I can Google this while I'm waiting. Okay, it says that it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. You know, funnily enough, this one is actually running smoother than the other one. But does it really have the whole city? It's hard to believe. Sorry, yeah, you can't see what I'm doing at all. Okay, let me see. I just need to write things down as I'm seeing them. Okay. Back up a little. It's just, yeah, it's having some visual bugs, but it's running smoothly. You know, honestly, you'll probably be searching around the city. I'm gonna have to start you in the good part of the city because you're gonna lose it. You're not gonna know how to find the freaking thing. Like, most of the city isn't that tall. Huh. Like, I'm just in, like, kind of a, like, residential neighborhood. Sorry, I'm looking at something trying to figure out what it's doing. Okay, the good news is, though, that it does run. And we'll probably run on the Quest 1 fine as well. The bad news is that Z part of the problem is pretty much a game breaker. But I'll work on that on my own time, just because it's not that interesting of a problem. Okay, cool. See, that's what the back brace is for, to make sure I don't do that. Let's open the rift back up. Okay. I'm basically checking. I'm just curious if I can increase like the depth buffer. Oh, dang. There's like whole cities underneath here. Uh-oh. Let's take a look at that. So I guess I thought the cities... I guess I thought it had a consistent depth to it. It looks like it raises up over here. Dang. I was also wondering to myself... I do also question if I can just go in and like scale these. I guess not. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm just a little confused with the direction of the game that I'm trying to go. Like, I wonder if I should just get rid of all this, get rid of all this, get rid of this. Because if you don't have visibility and you can't really see where you're going, then I don't know why I have it. This is why this game is stressing me out a little bit, because I feel like I'm almost done with it, but at the same time I feel like I'm maybe making some critical mistakes here that could just kind of ruin it. Like, I almost feel like you only need this top half. Maybe it's not even just the top half. Maybe it's like just anything below there is pretty much useless. Anything over there is useless. I don't know. I mean, I could just have like a compass. Just all this and all this. I could just have a compass that points you towards like the Empire State Building. Like, this could just always have a marker to it. It could even just be like a big blue light that you always see, even though you can't see the other stuff. This could just always be there. No, that's not really true. Yeah, and then there's this other problem where now the floor is like not correctly positioned. Guess it's not the worst ever, whatever. Yeah, it's just that like there's a coolness to having the whole city, but it's kind of like there was a coolness to No Man's Sky having a trillion worlds, but if those trillion worlds are just really boring, then what's the point? Like, I don't know if people really care that much that the whole city's in it. Alright, anyway, I'll think about that later. For right now, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, okay, we'll just right now we'll just do the things that we know we're gonna do instead of worrying about all that other stuff. Let's see, update, fixed update, late update, update. I'm trying to figure out why we're having the Z fighting problems, but perhaps for another day as well. And I guess I'm not having them like. Yeah, in Rift I'm not having them at all. Okay, cool. So let's go into XR rig, camera offset, hand spy, controllers. You know what, actually, I think it's in prefabs, the hands. I need to take this and turn off cast shadows because we're not doing shadows anymore. Okay, and that's that first thing that I was going to get done. Okay, running makes it hard to walk slowly. That is true. Walk movement. Let's look at it. Okay, so basically we add a force. We add this force here. It's in this direction. Okay. Basically what I'm thinking is that I need it in the beginning to kind of be like touchy, and then at the end increase. And so I think maybe the easiest way to do that would be to, I think maybe the easiest way to do that would be to do it with this X value, which is your incoming like analog stick value. I think if I run that through a bias real quick, my X equals my math dot bias X, I think it's 0.5. Okay, cool. And let's actually just make that a variable that I can control. Let's make it on a range of 0.01 and 2. Okay. And hey to whoever just joined, we are currently trying to polish up the walking a little bit. Sometimes when you walk and you need to do really fine movements, it's hard to do. So I'm basically trying to make it so that when you press it just a little bit, you walk very slightly. And when you press it a lot, you walk faster. So we'll see. Oh, Magnus, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, so we were just doing some performance testing, and it is going to run well on, should be both the Quest and the Quest 2, so that's a big worry off my back. And now we're just kind of moving forward. The game is pretty much done. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing now. Okay, so let's see. The walk movement somewhere Let's make it 0.5, and then so let's figure out what's going on here. I'm glad you came again, Magnus. All right, let's see. Okay, so whatever it is, I have it wrong. I like can't walk at all now. Okay. Wow. You guys have no idea how uncomfortable that was. That really stressed me out. Okay, so that's wrong. Let's see. Oh, my bias function is messed up. I see. Okay, let's check that out. There were some math problems there. You can't really put a negative value in a bias function. So I forgot that they can be negative, essentially. So let's see if this makes it better. All right, it starts at 0.5. Here, this is a good test. Trying to walk up to this. Okay. So let's grab this bias. Let's see if we can. Okay. So that messed me up. I guess it must be that you can't. Is bias only between. It must be between 0 and 1 that you can do a bias function. I'm like forgetting what I. Let's see if I can show you guys what it is. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. So if you have like a 0 to 1 and it's linear, it's just y equals x, a bias function will make it look more like this or more like this. So it looks like I needed under 0.5. 0.5 will be, I was mistaken. I was thinking 1 was going to be that it'll be normal. So it looks like I need like 0.4 or something. Okay. So let's take a look at it. So basically what I'm doing is when you put input to your controller, imagine it as the x, the amount of force you're going to get out, I'm trying to bias it like this. That way when you put small amounts in, it'll be really small. Because previously, if you put small amounts in, you got this, which was too much for you to control the small movement. How's it going, by the way, Magnus? How you doing? Maybe like 0.4. Point 0.3. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Okay. Okay, so that's good. So that fixes that. It looks like point. It's good, Magnus says. Did you end up watching that movie? Do you watch a lot of Danish movies, or do people mostly watch movies from the United States overseas? And this is Matteo, by the way. It's my brother. And Matteo, this is Magnus. He is from Denmark, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm like quickly, I'm like quickly running out of actual things to do, and then I need to, so it's like forcing me to make decisions about these things that I'm not sure about yet. Um, is I guess why I'm switch soak to cylinder. I do want to do that. I do want to do that for sure. Buildings. We watch Danish movies, but most movies from USA. Okay, cool. I'd love to see some Danish movies come out on Netflix or something. They've been having like Norwegian stuff and African stuff and like some Brazilian stuff recently. So I imagine Denmark will get in there pretty soon. I'm sure you guys have some, but you haven't had one that's like big and kind of worldwide watchable. Okay, cool. So what was I then thinking? Okay, yeah, the other thing that I could do that I'd been holding off on was switching silk to a cylinder. The problem is I just don't know necessarily how to do that. And I guess the answer is pretty simple, honestly. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get the cylinder going. Because I'm a little bit annoyed by the silk. It like turns and you can't see it. It's kind of, the whole thing is a little annoying. Okay, so what are we going to do? We need to go into prefabs. Webbing, web container. Under this, we need to create a cylinder. That cylinder needs to have the silk. Needs to have the silk. It does not need a capsule collider. Well, For now, it does not need a capsule collider. Turn off the line renderer. Grab this thing. So we can set all that to 0. Silk visual. Oh, you know what? Okay, it's actually a little bit more complicated than I thought, which is what happened last time, and I just forgot that it was more complicated. I don't think it's gonna really ruin me though. It is like it's gonna be a bad way to code it, I think. Come on, let's go. Come on now. World. Might as well be walking on the sun. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Silk visual. When you're created, go ahead and yeah, I have heard of Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yeah, for sure, he's extremely famous. I didn't know he was Danish. That's awesome. He's so good. He was even in video games. He was in the, So he's doing really well. That's cool. He seems like a cool guy. Is he like everybody's favorite actor over there? I guess he would have had to have been to become a world famous actor. Like you guys must have really liked him. He must have been in a lot of Danish movies, and then he got into American acting, or maybe that's not necessarily how it happened. Okay, so basically, I'm figuring then I would then keep track of this. I could probably just say silk visual geo equals instantiate. Instantiate silk visual. Let me look at this thing. Okay, come on. All right, let's put this under. I'm having to do something a little quirky here. Unpack this, get rid of this. Take this, take the handle out of it. Take the silk visual. First of all, let's make it 0.1. I think maybe let's make it 0.05. Although, how big is this collider? Okay. You know what? I actually don't even really need to worry about that. And then this, I'm just going to set to 1. And I'm going to set its Y to 1. And that should put that directly at the bottom. Very cool, it does. Okay, wait a second. Let's see here. I'm basically just trying to create a handle so that it's easier for me to move this cylinder around in the game. And I've done this a million times, and yet I'm still always a little confused on how to do it. Okay, so we have this thing. So first we want to rotate that by 90. Then we want to move it in the Y direction. 1, no. In the Z direction, 1. Okay, now that should be good. Because basically now we'll be able to take this, and when we look places, we'll be able to just kind of do it like that. So when I place it, it'll just be easier to place, is what I'm saying. Let's actually make this 0.5 and make this 0.5. Just that way that when we scale this, it'll be accurate. Sorry, when I scale this, it'll be accurate. Okay. Hey, Zeno. Glad to have you here. Hi, sorry for yesterday. My boss gave me some bug to fix. No worries, dude. I understand people are living their own lives, but I'm just glad that you'd spend any time with me, really, so... How are things going for you? I'm trying to make the web look a little better right now because I kind of ran out of things to do. So I'm just making the web look nice. It was a line renderer before, now I'm using a cylinder. What was the bug? Oh, also Magnus is here and so is Mateo, my brother. Okay, so then we'll put this here. That'll be the new silk visual. We'll get rid of this. Cool, so this should be good. And then now from there, when we create a silk strand, it'll instantiate that. And I guess it'll put it, I guess it won't put it anywhere for right now. That'll all just be fine. Just remember to destroy it. It's kind of just managing its own little thing. At least for the next 20 days, I have a lot of free time to spend in my room. Oh, because you must be working remotely. You probably told me that, but yeah. Did you get that headset? Did it come in yet? Or how many days until it does? Okay, cool. So then we have that game object, and basically we're going to want to, instead of setting the positions of the line renderer, we're going to it should always have two positions. Okay, so the algorithm will actually be a little bit different. And also, and actually let's go ahead and rename this to trans. And then let's grab this and grab the transform off of it. And then let's turn this into a transform. And then let's go into destroy and do .gameObject. Just because I'm going to be working with the actual transform, so I don't need to scale equals new vector 3. And then what was it? The x and the y. The z is going to be the length of the string, so the x and the y will be line width. And I guess z will be 0 for now. What? Since when is the global scale read only? What the heck? I've resulted asymptomatic, I guess. I'm not sure what you mean by asymptomatic, Zeno. Asymptomatic, or I've resulted... I'm not sure I get what you're saying, but I do understand the total isolation. Well, you can just hang out with... Anyway, you can just hang out with me. Or, sorry, you can hang out here with me anyway, so... You know, not total isolation. Okay, local scale equals that new vector, basically just setting the initial scale of it. And then, yeah, I believe the line positions will just always be, it's always going to be 2. So let's do, so it's going to be silk visual trans dot position equals m line positions at 0. Silk visual trans dot look at m line positions 1. And then the scale of it. Oh, you got tested for COVID and you're asymptomatic. What does asymptomatic mean? Silent, but maybe not harmless. They don't run fever, they don't cough, short breath, and they don't get the... Wait, so you do have it, Zeno? You just are asymptomatic? Or they're not sure if you have it because you're asymptomatic? And then Magnus, oh, COVID with no symptoms. Okay, yeah, so you're chilling. Yeah, okay. Well, you can hang out with me. Luckily, I can't get it through the internet, so... And then if you want to watch a Danish movie, then watch Olsen Banden. But I only think you can find it if you download it from Olsen Banden. Magnus, Zeno, Magnus is from Denmark, so I was asking him about some Danish movies. All right. Yeah, I'll probably watch that. Why not? Let's see. Thanks for the recommendation, Magnus. Okay, so line width. And this is going to be line position 1. If anybody saw my I think people might have thought I was kidding about my three math functions and that one function being important, but I've used it literally like 16. I have a video called three math functions that you'll use, and I'm like I've already used one of them like 16 times since making that video. So another love attack. I feel like I'm on now. Okay, and we'll leave the line renderer for now. I said let's go, come on now. Resident Alien. I don't know that I've heard of Resident Alien. Let me look that up before we test this. I haven't seen this either. He's a good actor though, I like him. Where are you watching that, Zeno? Okay, let's see if this works. I've just been watching Survivor recently. Okay. So basically in no way did it work. Yeah, I said let's go, come on. Hey, come on. I set this. Why are you gonna do me like that? Oh, I know why. There we go. Well, that's positive. That's the kind of error you want, one that's easy to fix. Looks like I need to plug my phone in real quick. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? No, yeah, I am. Alright, I'll have to do it again. Let's check it out. Do you have virtual desktop? I do not. I'm actually a little bit... Alright, I'll have to read this in a second. Okay, let's take a look at these. First of all, let's destroy this. Okay, cool. So it did get rid of the other one. Let's pause this so that I can move this. Interesting. So it's just kind of sitting there and pancaking. That must... Oh my god, what am I... What's wrong with me? Okay, cool, and that should fix it, so let me take a look at these. I've tried to sub to sci-fi, but in Italy it doesn't work, so the only way is to see it with different sites. Yeah, different sites. Do I have virtual desktop? And also, yeah, it's a total bummer that those... I don't know if it's your guys' laws or whatnot, but that Netflix and stuff has such a hard time putting out content over in Europe. Like, there's constantly... You guys are constantly having a hard time getting the content. And no, I don't have virtual desktop, Magnus, but I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for showing up. I always appreciate it. I'm a big screen man myself, so. Let's go. Okay, this seems pretty good. Two things with it. A, it's in a weird spot, and B, it's a little thick. But it is working, so that's good. Let's just do line width divided by 2. That's lazy programming. But I think it'll be fine. When you're nearing the end of a project, it's fine to get a little lazy. You know, I'm probably going to make this code public to people though, so I guess I don't want to embarrass myself too much, but that's whatever. Okay, and then the other thing is the hand position. I don't exactly like it. Let me see if it looks better when it's thinner. It does not look better. But also I need to get rid of the line. Okay. Yes, let's go, God. Yes, it all look better. I guess for now I can just set the start width and end width to 0. Okay. That's not bad. Guess I'm not sure where I want that to be, but I don't want it to be there. It looks very strange coming out of your thumb. And then I guess the thickness is... It's alright. I need to make it like a zip line. Yeah, I should make it like a zip line where the direction that you're looking, it takes, you like zip along it. That would be really fun. Okay, cool. Let's take a look. I guess you don't have anything going on then, Zeno. If you're just stuck in isolation. Yeah, that's when it sucks to be a developer, because you can still work. Okay, so I need to put it in a more interesting position for the hand. If hand is not equal to null, I guess we're gonna do like plus. I don't know, let's take a look at these hands. This math is a little bit weird. It matters if it's the left or the right hand, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Let me check something real quick. I mean, perhaps an easier way to do this is just to I don't want to do that. I mean, I could create a little object that I put on the hand that's basically like a latch for the webbing. And then I just look for that object and set that as the position. I wanted to just do some math basically to the problem, because I don't know which way the hands are going to be rotated. This is its natural position. That's why it's linking it there. Maybe it would suffice just to move it forward a little bit. And then let's make a public variable real quick. And just so I can mess with it, hand position adjustment equals 0.1. Okay, and that way we'll be able to, this is still going to be a little weird, but we'll shoot the strand and then we'll be able to mess with that variable so we can check it out. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing it that way, but we're already doing it, so let's just do it. Okay, left hand. Yeah, I actually am not sure why I'm doing this. This is a little silly. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Create a sphere. Make that sphere real small. Center it. Cool. Go to the sphere. Okay, so we don't want it there. We'd like it. It's probably like right there would probably be good. Okay, and that is, because the scale of that is 1.0292. .023. Okay, and that should work. Hey, and you're that guy who saw me on TikTok. What's up, dude? I'm kidding. This is my friend Jake. He's messing with me. You can tell because he's a mod. Hey, Jake. Mateo's here, so is Zeno. I don't know if you met Zeno yet. He's a cool guy. Originally from Albania, but lives in Italy now, so that's pretty sweet. Pranks. Okay, let's check this out. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I kind of think it looks cool that you can see the... It feels like you can see like the strands in it. But I'm also thinking it doesn't make any physical sense. So... Man, you know I don't have a lot to do when I'm doing this. And this lead node is too big anyway, so let's make this 0.05. Yes, let's go, come on. Okay, just wanted to make sure of that. I still want it just a little bit bigger that way. I want it visually smaller, but I want the collider to be bigger that way. It will hit the buildings and not go through them. Okay, and then for the silk visual, I basically just want to change this to a capsule. Although, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's gonna maybe look really weird. Hard to say. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It like stretches out. Oh my goodness, that's tiny. Maybe that makes sense though. The tiny. No, it's too tall. It's too small. And the cylinder doesn't work. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I said I look attack and I don't wanna attack. Seven five, 7.5, 7.5, and then this will be like 0.8. Okay, cool. And then so for this, because I still don't like the look of it. I think I can do something like this. And then nah, it doesn't work. Okay, wait a second. I can do this. You're good, dude. And it looks like we had someone else join. Welcome, whoever just joined. If you've been here before, you might know Zeno, Jake, Mateo. They're all in here. And if you haven't been here, I'm making a spider-like. It's basically, it's called the Silkworm, and you can swing around, climb buildings, things like that. Right now, I'm working on the look of the silk, which maybe is a little obvious. But if you have not been in here before, feel free to introduce yourself. We're all very friendly. Okay, cool. What do I need to do here? Okay, I have the silk visual, it's a handle, it's moving everything. Okay, first of all, the scale should be 1. Second of all, let's see, 1.61, take this. 1 divided by 1.61. Okay, so I'm just going to do that then. And then these... Let me think. Oh. Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. I'm just doing such ridiculous stuff right now. When you have too much time on your hands. Oh, dang it. I'm just going to delete that and do it again. It's a huge pain renaming scripts. Okay, cool. And then an update. Basically, public transform end cap dot local scale equals transform dot local scale dot z equals 1f divided by local transform to z. And then it's going to be new vector 3. And what did I have it at? 0.99. 0.99. This 0.99. Cool. And then we'll just go ahead and toss that. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at that and see what that gets us. Okay, I must have done my math wrong somewhere. It's looking all pointy. I don't believe I did my math wrong. No, this is right. What's the problem? Okay, Okay, let me go grab an ice pack for my back real quick because it's hurting me. If for those of you who don't know, I broke my back. Okay. And also, I don't know who just joined back in. Some people were leaving, coming back. Don't know if you were here before, but welcome. And then, let's see. I was grabbing an ice pack because my back. Okay, cool. It looks like the latency is increasing on the stream for some reason, but that's okay. Okay, I don't know why this is messed up. This should be working, but let's take a look. I'll just drop that. Okay, I'm basically just trying to... It's hard to say why this end cap is not working. My math is correct. Does it break down somehow at bigger numbers? Let's see. Basically, I'm just like saying that when I scale this, then when I scale this, you should take this number here and do 1 divided by that. I don't get it, it's working. Although actually it's a little bit off now. Okay. But why? Why is it off? Is the question. What the heck? Why is this? That's why it's off. So ridiculous. Okay. Okay, there we go. That should be fixed. Okay, cool. I was so confused. I was so confused. You know, I really thought I had it there. So don't look back out. No. How long is this thing? The only difference is that this is 0.25. 0.25. No worries, Mateo. Okay, the only difference... Really? So adjusting this scale made it ruined it for some reason. Really? Okay. So it looks like maybe I just need to multiply that by 0.25. And I don't believe that that's correct, but we'll do it because that seems to be what they want. I see. Okay, that makes it clearer. Okay. And now all this really unnecessary stuff I'm doing should come to a head. Come on, are you kidding me right now? What did I get wrong? Do I need to multiply it by 0.25 times? What did I get wrong? There's no way. What the heck? Do I need to multiply it twice? This is like total insanity right now. Okay. Let's look at it again. Come on, Unity. Let's see. Oh, okay. Wait. Let's make this really long. Oh, you know what? I think I'm thinking of my math wrong. This just needs to be 0.25. Okay. All right. Now I'm almost 100% positive we have this right. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. What is happening? I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it on stream in front of you guys. This is so nuts right now. If any of you guys see the solution, let me know. Okay, I scale this to like 50. I copy that. Come over here. End cap. And it works. But for some reason, it doesn't work in game. Is it changed by the rotation of this? No, it is not. As should be the case. Am I wrong about the 0.25? Is it actually another value? At this point, I don't even care what it looks like. I'm just determined to get this. So don't be back now. You gotta run it out. 0.025. That figures. Okay. Okay. Alright, and without further ado, we have the working strand. Look at it. Look at that tip. So nice. Okay. Feel like I'm fishing. Okay, cool. Okay, and the only other thing really that concerns me is the look of the silk. Alright, let's edit this and see what we get. What could we pass in? I'm not doing 3D noise. I'm not doing 3D Vera noise, so we have to... So we're gonna have to... What could we get from it? I mean, maybe we could use the normal vector to sample some sort of texture. Like if we had this and we had the normal vector rotated around it, could we project that? we had the object space up vector, and we took the normal and we took the dot product, and then we used that to, you know what, I'm actually pretty curious about this. Let's do this. Normal vector, object space, dot product, swizzle. Oh wait, never mind, we don't need swizzle. Okay, there's a way here that I can, basically I'm just trying to figure out how to get the object space. What am I looking for? Position. Okay, wait a second. I need the... This is what happens when you have too much time. Okay. Okay, I believe I want this one. So then I create a... And there are 4x4s, matrix 4x4, call it that. Click it, reference to that. And it's not exposed. Okay. And then let's bring this out here. Oh, okay, cool. So I don't actually need this. Basically, we're just trying to get some sort of object space vector here. And then we're going to try to use that inverse model. And then we're going to try to use that as a dot product. Well, actually, first, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, and let's make sure that this is actually meaningful in some way. Okay, cool, it is. We can just use that one, and then we'll take the dot product between that and the normal vector. Let's check that out. Oh wait, never mind. Let's check that out. Okay, cool. So far, so good. And then we'll... Basically, I'm just figuring out if I can unwrap this cylinder using the dot product. And if you guys have any questions about this, let me know, because what I'm doing right now is a little bit complicated. Multiply. So we're going to multiply this. We're basically just normalizing this value. It's from -1 to 1, and we want it to be from... And we want it to be from 0 to 1, because that's what our UVs are going to be. So that's a quick way to do that. You see it's now from 0 to 1. That's cool. No. Yeah, it kind of culminated pretty quickly there. Oh, okay, because I don't have it plugged in. But anyway, let's do this. That's not right. That's not right. Okay, just a second ago that worked perfectly, right? Yeah, that's perfect. So then it should be... Okay. Alright, come on. How is that what it's getting? Is this some sort of bug? Alright, see you later, Mateo. Thanks for showing up. Or thanks for stopping by, I should say. Okay, this is -1 to 1. Then it was -0.5 to 0.5. It's gotta be a bug. It literally has to be a bug. This doesn't... Okay, so basically the closer this is to red in the beginning here, so this side is red, this side is not red, then the wider this part is going to be. And then you know what it must be? They must be automatically... They must clamp the dot product. The dot product can go from -1 to 1. They must clamp it at 0. It must be from 0 to 1. And then therefore I lose some information. Like if you're looking at this like a information theory sort of problem, I'm losing information. Then I multiply that by 0.5, so now it's just 0 to 0.5. Then I add 0.5. So it's 0.5 to 1? No. That's how that would come out. Plus you can see right here that it's working. So it's just... I guess it's just a Unity bug. We can try it a different way. What is it? -1 to 1. -1 to 1. +1 divided plus... -1 to 1 plus 1 would be 0 to 2 divided by times 0.5. We'll get you 0 to 2. Same thing as before. What am I missing here? I must be missing something. Let me play it and see what happens. Okay, well, it's past 5, so I'll probably just end the stream there. But I'm gonna keep working on this because it's weird and I want to figure it out. And I'll let you guys know if I do. But thank you to everybody who joined. It was a great stream today. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.